To Norton Park for 5 years, but the place to be when the derby rivals just 4 miles down the road past Fiddler's Ferry power station there. Warrington are the visitors. Home advantage this season for the first team drawn out of the bag in the semi-finals, and tomorrow on BBC Two viewers can see a repeat of last season's final when Cass ran out easy winners by 33 points to 2. And that's why Widnes are known as the Chemics. Warrington were thankful for a last-gasp Jonathan Davies try for their entry to the semi-finals, and Widnes defied the dismissal of Paul Hume to account for Bradford Northern. Plenty of rivalry on the terraces today, many Warrington and Widnes fans, close neighbours of each other. And the two coaches, Brian Johnson of Warrington and Tony Myler of Widnes, both confident in the team's ability, but Brian Johnson well aware of the impressive record Widnes have in cup competitions.
Well, they've got a good record in cup trophies altogether, haven't they? I mean, you know, they were the cup team of the 80s, I suppose, were they? Of the early 80s. So you know, they're a good side. And they're a side that has to be beaten.
We've sorted a few things out. We've sorted our defence out. We've changed slightly to how we were doing it earlier on in the season, and we've got that off to a fine art now. Really, we're not letting a lot of tries in, and that's what the game's about.
We got a few players missing. Gary Chambers, Mark Hilton, Alan Bateman, probably the most notable of them. But you know, we're confident we've got the side on the park to do the job today.
Close game, maybe.
Yeah, I would think it'll be close. There won't be a lot in it, but as I say, whoever controls the ball will win the game.
Perhaps even a low-scoring game.
Well, the last few games we've had with Warrington have always been low-scoring games, really. Yes, so I can't see there being much change in that.
Widnes are just 80 minutes away from a record 9th final. Last winners in 1992, but only Darren Wright remaining from today's that triumph. And this will be Warrington's 8th semi-final, and the first one since that 12-2 trophy win over Bradford in the 1991 final. Warrington just ahead in the 5 matches played in the Regal Trophy, but last semi-final winners in 91 by 8 points to 4 points. And Widnes certainly stunned Bradford in the opening minutes of the previous round. It was that man, Imosi Kaloto, number 12, and David Hume setting up one of the tries for Carl Hammond. Excellent rugby from the Widnes side, struggling in the championship, but not in this trophy competition. And again, it was Hume and the powerful Tongan driving in and putting in Hammond in for Widnes' second try. Widnes coach Tony Myler will certainly be expecting another powerful display from his Tongan second row, Imosi Kaloto. Very strong running down the middle. And Australian utility player Anthony Singleton switching to loose forward in the absence of the suspended Paul Hume. Warrington boss Brian Johnson prefers Jonathan Davies in his Great Britain role at full back, and Johnson will be looking to Greg Mackey, his Australian half-back, and his Kiwi loose forward, Kelly Shelford, to create the gaps in midfield for the forwards. Excellent atmosphere here as Widnes just coming out. Good, friendly crowd mixing together, no segregation here at the grounds as Warrington coming out in the green and white away strip, normally playing in primrose and blue, but the away strip just for the 4-mile journey. Gary Sanderson there and Greg Mackey, the number 7, followed by Paul Cullen, 15 years at the Warrington club, Mark Forster and Jonathan Davies, a former Widnes player. Youngster Yestin Harris there in the centre, Kelly Shelford. The pitch in good condition. The heavy rains relented in the past 48 hours here in southwest Lancashire. 2 of the most experienced half-backs in the game, former international number 7 there for Widnes, David Hume, and Greg Mackey, the crafty Aussie. And completing the half-backs, we have a former England schools player at standoff, in the same team incidentally as Castleford's Lee Crooks. But now, today, the man with the whistle, it's Russell Smith, our referee from Castleford. He's just not quite ready yet. He's probably got stage fright. There he is. A fine player in his own day, as I said, at half-back. Very quick about the field, but today, the man in charge. And the sun even coming out, Joe.
Well, yes, it's not often you see that here at Widnes. It's dried up considerably. The pitch looks in perfect condition, really. It might cut up a little bit later on, but for the start of the game, certainly ideal conditions.
Well, Terry, you tipped correctly last week. I think this is possibly even more difficult.
Yeah, close game in store, Ray, this afternoon. Two good sides, and for different reasons, need to try and secure a place in the final. My money today would just go with Warrington, based on the fact they've got quite a few match winners in the ranks, and you know, Widnes had their sort of day last week, whereas Warrington struggled over at Keighley.
Widnes winners over Highfield, Oldham and Bradford. And that man, well, you could say he was the match winner over Keighley in the last round. A goal from the touchline, a try and a conversion, all in the final 10 minutes to sink that gallant second division club's hopes of a first ever semi-final appearance. And a good recipient of the MBE in the Queen's Honours list. Jonathan Davis, a great servant to rugby league since his signing here for Widnes. £150,000 from Llanelli, and at Warrington since the beginning of last season. So, ready for the first Regal Trophy semi-final of this weekend. Widnes and Warrington, tomorrow Wigan and Castleford. Quite a little sand already on the pitch to help with the drainage, but Jonathan Davis wanting more, just to prop up that ball, get a very, very high kick. And Tony Myler in his first season done an excellent job. This side only cost around £50,000, and when you think he's lost over £1.5 million worth of players in the past 2 or 3 seasons, including the likes of Martin O'Fire and this man Davis. And a slip there by Carl Hammond from that kick. I think the sun, Joe, troubling already.
Definitely, it's quite low here, and Widnes players are facing into the sun. I think he just lost the flight of the ball there, and the ball went dead.
And there we see the kick-off and the difficulty those two players have, Hammond and Caloto, in picking up the ball. And also, Terry, there's quite a strong wind out.
Yes, it's quite blustery, Ray, and I think the side which adopts the best tactical kicking game will certainly, you know, come out on top, especially in these early stages.
So it's Warrington then in possession. Maloney, oh, the ball put down there by Jonathan Roper. Tony Myler was saying that the team that holds the ball, keeps the possession, will win, so a bad slip already for the visitors in the first minute. Craig Makin. The ball retrieved there by Andy Collier. Both sides having a lot of problems with this wet surface and the wind. David Hume trying to get things moving there. Very experienced skipper. Anthony Singleton, normally a half-back, a midfield player, pressed into service in that number 13 role. David Ruane to Caloto. They've been looking for so much from this big man. He's had a difficult time, had 3 discs taken out of his neck in the last 2 seasons, but now back to fitness. Forster, 13 seasons at Wilderspoon, again another veteran campaigner. And here, one of the rich young crop of ex-academy players, Justin Harris, still a schoolboy. Bruce Maguire, by no means a schoolboy, Joe.
No, he's experienced through and through, Bruce. He takes the ball up strong in every game he plays in, and I'm sure he'll be there till the end today.
Another one taking the ball up very strong, Gary Tees from Barrow. Sanderson. Maloney looking for the gap out wide, well held there by Steve McCurry, the Widnes hooker, number 9. And the ball to Davis on the 5th tackle. Oh, that's got some height on it. The youngsters underneath. Oh, superb effort from Gary Broadbent. Only a teenager, only in his 3rd match here at Norton Park. But that was some catch, Terry, wasn't it? The pressure was on the young kid.
Yes, Warrington deployed a super bomb here, and up came the youngster Broadbent to take it clean and crisp. Good take.
And referee Russell Smith lying on at the play the ball, so that will give that youngster confidence. Mr. Smith already warning the players that he wants very quick, fast play the balls. And that's what we've been seeing in recent weeks. Hume again. Finds Collier. Andy Collier, bought from Hilton Park, Lee in the summer. And again, tugging at the collar, holding down against Warrington, against Bruce Maguire.
Yes, the referees indicate that he wants the player released quickly after the tackle. On that occasion, it didn't happen, and the penalty resulted.
Widnes on the attack. Playing in the all-black jerseys. They once were accustomed to playing in black and white hoops, but the latest strip, the all-black. Hume combining with Hammond. Well, a knock-on. He'll have to come back, I'm afraid. Will David Ruane knock on? Anthony Singleton acknowledges it there, number 13, the Aussie loose forward.
It's interesting, Ray, that both sides are suffering a little bit from nerves and many mistakes in this first 5 minutes.
Gary Tees just having attention. Nothing like a bottle of cold water on a day, winter's day like this, to get you back into action. Not very much between the two packs. Warrington bringing the ball away then, down this right-hand side. Good movement there, trying to look, I think, to bring Jonathan Davis in. Harris there, looking outside him. There is Davis. The ball now to Shelford. This former Kiwi standoff, revelling in the loose forward role now. Gary Sanderson. Paul Cullen cries for a forward pass, but not so, says Mr. Smith. Mackey looking for the kick, puts the grubber kick in. It's a tester for Adrian Hadley, but the big Welshman from Cardiff is up to the task. I should think Joe will see quite a variety of kicking in this match with this blustery wind here today.
The team that has this wind, and with the sun on the backs, right in this half, I'm sure, as you say, will do a lot of kicking.
Well, Peter Smith might not be the biggest of wingmen, but certainly one of the liveliest. It's Widnes looking to open out play. Steve McCurry made his first team debut as a 16-year-old, and a very big, powerful young man. No one marking him at the play of the ball. He can do that. Good play there from the Cumbrian. Carl Hammond. Both sides using the high kick whilst the Suns giving difficulties. Jonathan Davis, of course, knows every inch of this ground, a seasoned campaigner here at Norton Park. Maguire. Offside. Mr. Smith, very firm, wanting to keep a very, very strong 10-metre line. Get back to him, he says. What do you think about having an ex-player as a referee, Joe? Does it give an advantage, do you think?
I think it does. I think that the players know that he knows what he's talking about. He's been there and he's done it. And he knows all about the game from both sides, from a referee point of view and from a player's point of view. So I think it's only good for the game.
Gary Tees driving in, just on the Widnes 20-metre line. Maguire And this Warrington pack already giving some problems. Barlow, the Kiwi from Waikato in New Zealand. Just 5 metres now from this Widnes line. Mackie trying to open it out wide. Maloney, the switch to Shelford, back inside to Roper. Oh, and Jonathan Roper getting very, very near to that Widnes line. Mackie switching it. Little grubber kick through. Well, the ball kicked dead, but there was a hint there that Gary Sanderson was possibly held back, I think.
Yeah, lovely little switch of play, and Mackie puts a little grubber kick through, and in my opinion Sanderson was held back there. Widnes were lucky.
Yeah, it was Steve Curry, the Widnes hooker, that realised he couldn't get to the kick and just slightly obstructed the Warrington player.
Davis looking to slice his way through with that sidestep. Paul Cullen, the commercial manager at Warrington, so he'll be hoping for a win and the spin-offs for the club. Guarantees. Warrington continuing to apply the forwards in the opening first two in the sequence of the play of the ball, and then moving it, especially down to this right. Davis trying to grab a kick now. Picked up by Forster. Stopped by David Hume. Greg Mackie at the heart of things. Cullen. All the pressure now coming from Warrington. And lying on up the play of the ball. Emulsi Kaloto and Lee Hansen there have been warned, this time Hansen.
Well, something had to give here. Warrington dominating with the pressure and possession, and Widnes just hold on too long.
So the first chance for Jonathan Davis.
Terry, over the last couple of minutes, I'd say that Warrington just getting the edge, just taking over control.
Yeah, they're playing a direct game, Joe. They're running straight and hard, and it's still only 10 minutes gone here, so we need, you know, the side that's going to win the game needs a bit of control in these early stages, and Warrington have seized on that opportunity.
Jonathan Davis, not as high in the point stakes in previous seasons. Of course, he's been out for 2 months with a very serious shoulder injury, but of course he does know the vagaries of the wind and the direction on this ground. He is the Widnes record point scorer with 342 points, and many's the time he's kicked a goal from underneath these posts. Jonathan Davis collects the first points of this match. Delight from the Primrose and Blue fans, and Warrington ease in the lead by 2 points to 0.
It's only 2 points here from Jonathan Davis. It could have been 4 or 6. I think Widnes were just holding on there, gave the penalty away, and that could have been 2 points saved.
A good kick by Carl Hammond. Warrington using the wing, Mark Foster there to inject a little bit of pace, try to get over that 20-metre line, which he does. And Richard Duckyfield, any news down there?
Yes, Ray, a slight potential problem for Widnes. Emulsi Kaloto has a damaged knee. They're not going to take him off at the moment. They're going to keep their eye on him. But there's slight concern about Emulsi Kaloto as a very important player for Widnes.
Well, that would be a disaster for Widnes if he were to go off, but a forward pass means that Rob Myler is not going to have his chance of a try.
Good play from Warrington here, that straight running down the middle, creating 1 or 2 gaps, and marginally forward there. Unlucky for Myler, who's just returned from injury.
Widnes head and ball, and Widnes scrum. Carl Hammond, a tribute. And there is Emulsi Kaloto. They'll certainly want to see him run the injury off if possible. David Hume. Both coaches forecast that this would be a very tight game. Invariably these derby matches are low scoring. Well, that looked to forward, but Craig Makin isn't bothered. He's driving in. Good run. McCurry, here is Kaloto. Let's just take a look at that knee now. Well, it doesn't look to be too bad. Smith Well picked up by Greg Mackey. Greg Mackey there going back into the role of the sweeper, just in the right position. Justin Harris. Oh, good run by the young Welshman. He's got Bruce Maguire here, Rob Myler, but that's good covering by Peter Smith. Good play by Warrington, but equally good tackle by the Widnes wingman. Mackey to Maloney. Maloney back inside to Harris. Harris causing lots of problems here in the right centre spot. Only a schoolboy, a sixth form college lad, but plenty of craft on his shoulders. Another one here with craft, Kelly Shelford. Maguire. This time back to Davis. Beats Singleton. Again, testing Adrian Hadley, but Hadley read that well. And Hadley going on the outside, shrugs off Mackey and Jonathan Davis. But a good tackle by Mark Foster. Widnes, Darren Wright replying now. But it's Widnes facing this very, very strong wind. And Peter Smith there coming inside to do well. Lee Hansen. Oh, and a knock on.
Steve McCurry was trying to keep the Widnes momentum going and just look where he was going instead of collecting the ball.
And Mr. Russell Smith warning the players to play the ball with the foot as well, instead of just rolling it through the legs. Davis bringing Forster back inside. Just that Jonathan Davis penalty goal the difference. 2-0 to Warrington. And there we see the problems the wind is causing. Darren Wright.
With 15 minutes gone, Ray, I think that the elements have the biggest say in this match so far. The wind and the sunshine when it breaks through the clouds are causing both teams problems in the handling and the running.
Caloto. Don't seem to be too many problems with the knee at the moment. Steve McCurry looking for supporters. He finds Craig Makin, but Makin finds Maguire in his way. Lee Hansen. Another big Tongan like Caloto. McCurry again, driving to that corner. He's got Smith with him. Couldn't get the ball away, but he wasn't in touch. It's Widnes still moving it about. Adrian Hadley, no way through, but Widnes, best attack so far. Carl Hammond, little chip kick to the side. Oh, superbly picked up by Kelly Shelford. But offside against Widnes. But I said Shelford, but to Curry Barlow, well, that certainly skills for that Kiwi.
Yeah, very mobile there, Barlow. What's interesting, Ray, just to analyse that a mistake in this modern game of ours causes all sorts of problems. A simple knock-on 3 minutes ago put the whole Warrington line under severe pressure.
Well, Brian Johnson, the Warrington coach, doesn't look under too much pressure. Let's keep the tackles down, says Mr. Smith. High tackle, your penalty to Warrington.
Gary Tees takes the ball up here, and it's his opposite number 8, Craig Makin from Widnes, who just goes a little bit too high. Penalty, and Warrington have got the initiative again now.
And deep into the Chemics territory from that kick. Barlow, the young hooker from Waikato, to restart with Gary Tees. Quite a lot of youth in this Warrington side. Warrington developing a policy of bringing on the youngsters, and it seems to be working. Shelford to Maloney. He's got Jonathan Davis linking up out wide again, but Widnes spotting him, using that sliding defence. Carl Hammond moving across there. Sanderson. Mackie and Maloney in midfield, trying to work one of these forwards through. Half a chance there for Bruce Maguire, and that was a penalty against Lee Hansen once again. Maguire just about to get up to play the ball, and his leg was yanked from underneath him, and really a senseless penalty, Joe.
It is. It's 2 points now for Jonathan Davies. Surely Bruce Maguire's trying to get to his feet. You notice his legs are pulled from under him, and it's 2 points. I think Greg Mackey was actually going for a drop goal at that time. If play would have been allowed to continue, Mackey might have taken the 1 point. Now Warrington will get 2.
I think both sides are suffering from a few nerves. You can imagine with the players before the game, there's plenty of going through their minds. They've got, the coaches are explaining things. We must do this, we must do that. And this first 18 minutes or so, we've seen 1 or 2 mistakes from both sides.
Warrington are 4 times winners of this trophy. The last time, as we said earlier, in 91, but previous winners in 74, 78 and 81. And there is the transgressor, Lee Hansen, one of the many Tongan players now in the game. And the kick for Davis from a similar position to his previous one, and with similar results. So Warrington then moving out a little further. 4-0 now for the Wires. The pitch holding up in midfield there. Plenty of rain in the early part of the week here, but good dry spell in the last 24-48 hours done the trick. But the game's going as the two coaches forecast, Terry. It's very tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very tight, Ray. And Joe, I mean, in the middle, it's rather dry, but the steppers are finding it a bit soft underfoot.
Yeah, it's going to cut up later on in the game. I think that, as we've said on numerous occasions already, this wind and the sun is going to be a big factor. If Widnes can go in at half-time only a couple of points behind, I'm sure they'll be very, very pleased with that.
And it's Barlow again there making the break. Now to his Kiwi colleague, Shelford. Both of them very short, squat players, bulky players, both around that 14-stone mark. On the 5th tackle. Back to Mackie. And all the kicks being concentrated down that far side, Joe, on to Darren Wright and Adrian Hadley.
Yes, Jonathan Davis tends to run out wide, chasing the kicks if he doesn't put them up himself, and I think a lot of the Warrington attack will see Gwyn down their right-hand side this afternoon.
Peter Smith coming in again. Real fiery little man from the wing there. Lee Hansen. Craig Makin. Widnes trying to make a gap in that midfield, looking for better things out wide now from Carl Hammond. Emosi Kaloto just been having a little treatment on that knee injury. Adrian Hadley spotted that the sweeper was right back, but I think the kick's going to go into touch. It does. Jonathan Davis just judging it. Adrian Hadley a little aggrieved. He felt that Jonathan Davis had touched it, but not so the touch judge.
Adrian Hadley was going to do the long kick downfield, spotted that Jonathan Davis was a little bit deeper than he should have been, and then fly hacked on with the ball, maybe better picking it up and trying to beat Jonathan Davis.
But good play from Hadley. Warrington will be looking to consolidate here. And a Warrington break down this far side. Harris putting the kick in. The chase by Myler. Peter Smith. Hadley's come across, and Hadley saves the day again. Wow, superb play from the Welshman. 1 minute he's racing down the left wing, almost scoring, and then within seconds he's coming across Joe to save the situation.
Yes, he did very, very well here. The kick through after the Warrington break, almost a full length of the field. Hadley gets there and makes sure by putting the ball dead.
Great play before that from young Harris, Ray. This young Harris is developing into one of our match winners in the game. Great play.
Francis Maloney, the powerful Warrington standoff, signed from Featherstone Rovers in the summer. And Maguire, a couple of caps in his earlier days for Australia, Barlow coming more and more into this game, and a good pass to Maguire. Tees, he's got Mackey outside him. Here's a chance for Warrington. Harris to Foster. He must be in at the corner. Mark Foster, the grin on his face tells us it was a try. Superb rugby. The pounding down the middle from the pack, then the quick switch to the right, and Mark Foster took his chance. His 18th try this season. Excellent job.
Barlow slippery around the Acton half-back position. Weaves, finds the support. And then, as we mentioned, Warrington like to attack on the right-hand side. Greg Mackey looking for the long ball. There's the support, and when you get Mark Foster crashing onto a ball so close to the line, it's going to be 4 points.
Yes, we discussed how the team that asserts itself up the middle would create the gaps, and this is what Warrington did. Fast, crisp handling by all the front row, in fact, there. Mackey bringing in a wide pass, but this man, Young Harris, again, a favourite of mine, he just timed it beautifully. Good hands, good try, Foster.
Mark Foster in excellent form this season, and would you believe it, this lad was on the transfer list for £20,000 in September, and nobody wanted to buy him, and here he is with 20 tries.
I think an interesting point to pull out here. Warrington were pinned down in their own half, having made the break. They suddenly get the ball, they go the full length, and within 2 sets of 6 score a try.
And a difficult kick for Davis, but a successful one. Straight from that touchline, he flighted the ball perfectly in the wind. Added the conversion. Widnes 0, Warrington 10, and suddenly a big gap opening up between these derby rivals. And here we see the try, quick handling in midfield, and then Mackey, he brings the Darren Wright into him. Not a formality for Foster, he's got to get down. And Imosi Kaloto, we can see the cut on that left knee there. Off the field. Well, that's a big loss, but also it's his right knee that's the major problem. Probably ligament trouble or a kick to the knee.
It is a big loss, that, Ray, because he's one of the guiding factors in the pack. He has the strength and size and the presence to worry any team.
I think the Warrington front row, Joe, are playing particularly well. The two props and the hooker coming down this middle.
Oh, and a tremendous break by Paul Cullen. He's got support. Oh, the ball was just caught by the Widnes player, Broadbent. A try gone begging there. And it's Broadbent coming away with the ball.
Warrington assistant coach Clive Griffiths. Clive, a cushion, but you might feel you should have had a bigger one with the play you've had.
Yes, we've had a lot of the game down in this half here, and 10 points is a good start for us, but there's a long, long way to go. And as you can see, anything can happen, you know. We've gone well down the left-hand side then, and if the ball had gone to hand pass, we'd got another one. But, you know, we're keeping our feet on the ground. There's a lot of work to be done yet.
Thanks, Clive.
Mike O'Neill, the substitute. Mike O'Neill was playing in cup finals 15, 16 years ago here at Norton Park, a grand servant to this Widnes club. Widnes now on the attack, making, looking to manoeuvre Kelly Shelford out of his way, doesn't in fact do so. McCurry taking advantage of a little bit of slack cover around the ruck there from Warrington. Now then, this Widnes best spell on the line. Back to Broadbent. Ooh, the youngster almost slicing through. Still Widnes moving it. Making. And Dick Collier now. Carl Hammond. Oh, he's lost it. He was looking for the kick, but play on. It's still on that fifth tackle. But a forward pass. Well, I think a little too much excitement there. Widnes lost their head. They had a chance. The ball went loose. It was still the fifth tackle, but no try. You've got to take opportunities like that.
Yeah, it's quite a serious problem for Widnes. Imosi Kaloto's on the bench. He's got an ice pack on his right knee, which is very swollen. They fear that he might not take any further part in this game.
as we said, that is a big blow to Widnes. At such an early stage in the game, just 27 minutes gone. Widnes 0, Warrington 10. Warrington constantly attacking down that right-hand side, and this man, Mackey, setting up the forwards. Bruce Maguire. Jonathan Davis taking advantage of that wind. Oh, a huge, towering kick down to the Cumbrian teenager Broadbent. But he looks after it. And a penalty against Jonathan Roper there. Foul play.
Brian Johnson will be disappointed here. He's done the business there with his team. They've kicked down great into the half, and a lack of ill discipline there from Jonathan Roper. Very silly play there from Warrington.
And very easily spotted by Mr. Duckworth, the touch judge. Mr. Smith telling Roper he either plays the game or he watches the game, and I don't think Mr. Smith is bothered which one he does. I think Brian Johnson is.
Broadbent had done very well to let the ball bounce and then bring it back to the Warrington players. Widnes were under pressure, and then a silly penalty.
Widnes forwards not really breaking through in the middle here. Very, very good, solid defence from Warrington, and a high tackle there.
And the latest on Francis Maloney, the Warrington player, has got a bang on his right thigh, something like a dead leg, but he might be able to run it off.
There he is, Francis Maloney. It does look pretty bad. The rain beginning to come down here now at Norton Park to make life difficult for the players. Steve McCurry switching side to Andy Collier. Collier on a very good run there. He came well from deep, did the Widnes second row. Widnes looking lively. McCurry and David Hume trying to get things working in midfield. Back to Hadley. No way through for the big wingman. McCurry again driving for that line. Oh, nice little slip pass. Darren Wright can't get it away. But the intention was good there from McCurry on this fifth tackle. A difficult pass, a kick. Oh, and it's a try. Well snapped up there by young Broadbent. The kick was a tricky one for Warrington. He bounced and bobbled over that line. No one actually got down to it. But the youngster from Cumbria, man of the match in the quarter-final against Bradford, he did. And it's a try in only his third match of his career in the first team.
See David Hume coming across the field from left to right on the last tackle, trying to weigh up the options. Nothing much on, so he puts a little kick through. Greg Mackey seemed to have it covered. Just loses the ball over the line, and Broadbent drops on it for a try. Exactly what Tony Myler wanted, the Widnes coach.
Yes, a great little ploy here from Hume. Difficult for Widnes, running against this wind, against the deep attack, but this has just got them out of jail. And to be honest, it's all stemmed from those Warrington ill disciplines earlier.
Yes, but certainly this young lad taking his opportunity in the absence of Stuart Spruce, the Widnes and England fullback. And Adrian Hadley has been pressed into the kicking role this season and performed very well. He's got a very, very stiff, strong breeze ahead of him. This will be a good kick if this succeeds. No, just across the face of the post, but a very difficult wind to contend with. But at least some heart for Widnes. 10-4 now for Warrington.
Yes, Widnes were at the last gaffs on the fifth tackle here. Hume, the old warhorse here at Norton Park, puts a lovely kick through. But Warrington will be disappointed. They've had the game in the grass in this first 30 minutes, and they've just let Widnes back into the game, Joe.
Yeah, it's always a problem. Widnes had that stiff breeze to contend with. Actually, it's a wind, it's not a breeze. As I said, they'd be happy to go in at half-time with the scores. If it stays like this, only 6 points are here.
Mike O'Neill. Widnes beginning to use the forwards much better now. Andy Collier, number 11. And Francis Maloney, who's just come off the field, none of the problems with that right knee. Warrington doctor just having a check. Steve McCurry looking for support, couldn't find anybody. But it's Widnes, especially the forwards, moving better now. Craig making good ground. Carl Hammond keeping that momentum going with the kick.
I think McCurry is leading the battle charge for Widnes, Ray. He's leading from the front up that middle, and he's having some success now.
Yeah, they're starting to get a bit more direction in the play, Widnes. They're bringing the forwards on, and they're making use of this big 10 yards that the referee's taking Warrington back.
Maguire. Rob Myler. Looking to switch that inside with Greg Mackey, but thinking better of it. And that says something for the chances that Warrington have taken, Terry, doesn't it?
Yeah, they had all the first 30 minutes. They were virtually camped out in the Widnes half, and in truth they should have had more points. But Widnes have just pinched a few points there, and they're back in this game.
And the enforced changes, rearrangements of the Warrington side. Kelly Shelford has gone to stand off, playing at number 6, and Paul Derbyshire has gone into the pack.
Francis Maloney. Well, I think the doctor's fingers found some pain there. Every scrum with the head so far. Adrian Hadley just holding that ball, allowing the pack to get back. As is Darren Wright here. Offside. Both sides very keen to move up quickly. Two good tight defences, but a little too good for referee Mr. Smith. Spotting the offside there, out wide. And a good kick there from Carl Hammond.
It's another mistake, though, Ray, that lets Widnes off the hook and just relieves that bit of pressure, lets them come out of their own half.
Making. And the youngster Broadbent growing in confidence.
Yeah, playing well, this young fellow. He's obviously settled into the side very quickly, and his direct style of play is causing havoc now.
Widnes then looking for a try just before half-time. Carl Hammond switching play, but well picked up by the Warrington cover. Still using down that left wing. Mike O'Neill, he's got Singleton with him. Singleton not got the size really to force his way through. Normally a half-back comes centre, forced into the loose spot in the absence of Hume, but it's Widnes now on the attack. One with size making. David Hume, nice switch pass inside to David Ruane. Oh, a good tackle there by Paul Cullen. Cullen sweeping up behind. On this fifth tackle again. Hammond, nice delicate kick. Picked up by Forster. They're trying to force him back, and they do. Almost went down the tunnel there, did Mark Forster. Good support by the Widnes men.
Yeah, intelligent play from Widnes, and Forster there playing, showing his true worth, tidying up nicely at the back. But 5 Widnes players there, their spirits are raised now. They've got themselves back in this game.
So the drop out from Davis beneath the posts. Welcomed easily by Broadbent. A very slight frame, this youngster, Joe, but he seems to be able to glide past.
It doesn't look like he's running very fast, but he moves across the turf quite well, and he's full of confidence. I mean, he's not put a foot wrong yet.
Just taking a knock there, hurt his foot.
Put a foot wrong there, Ray.
McCurry back inside to Hadley. Still Widnes on the attack here. Warrington defending for dear life, and Steve McCurry, just look how he holds that ball up for the support play. The intention was excellent, the execution was not quite so, but just look at that. He holds the ball up, good forward play, but it's knocked on by David Hume.
McCurry's been developing the Widnes attack over the last few minutes, and here you see him surging into the tackle, turning as far as he could, 2 hands on the ball, great play, but a little bit of a fumble. Shelford was in the way to spoil that one. Good play, McCurry, unfortunate that.
And the penalty given for offside, following the knock-on. And this win now getting, I think, a little stronger, Joe. It could suit Widnes in the second half.
I'm sure they'll be looking to use it with the kicking game that they have in the last 40 minutes.
Sanderson. Warrington still using these forwards on the first 3 in the sequence of 6 tackles, and now the move by Mackey here, and Shelford looking to switch that ball to Maguire. Maguire does so. Jonathan Davis to Harris. Oh, this youngster stepping off his right foot. Back inside to Barlow. Barlow, support again from Harris. Good play there from the Warrington youngster. On the 5th tackle, Mackey looking for a drop goal. Just to the left of the posts. Well worth the attempt, I think, in a game so tight, especially in the closing minutes of the first half. Always worth picking up a point or 2.
Mackey here, the captain, trying to get a 1-pointer to tag on to his 6-point lead. And it's first time Warrington have been in the half for a good 15 minutes or so.
Adrian Hadley again proving difficult to put down. Mike O'Neill. Singleton. David Hume all running well there from the Atin half-back position. I think one of the problems for Widnes is in losing a big man like Caloto and having not a very big man like Singleton, they have a trouble up front, Joe, haven't they?
Yeah, they don't have that presence in the direct route. They have to, try and find the gaps a little more and use the ball to make the space.
Well, they are adept at doing that. Jonathan Roper into injury time here in this first half.
I think it was summarised the half, Ray. Warrington had all the possession and everything in the first 25, but Widnes have fought back, gallantly in the last 15 or so.
Mackey. Oh, Kelly Shelford breaking through. He's got Barlow with him. Good battle amongst the hookers here with Barlow and McCurry making plenty of ground. Shelford again. Putting that kick in again for Foster. Well done by the 2 Widnes lads, Hadley and Broadbent. And an equally good defensive stint from Kelly Shelford. Peter Smith. Lee Hansen looking to charge down that left-hand side. And a penalty. Again. A foul tackle here again. He's having a word with the skipper. Against Harris on Hansen. Here we see it.
This was the 4th occasion where Widnes have been trying to get the ball out of their own half and been helped by ill-discipline from the Warrington side.
Young Harris goes high on the big fella Hansen here, and he puts his arm up round the throat there. It was definitely a penalty, and it's just a characteristic that Warrington have given far too many penalties away.
Good decision from Mr. Smith. And the half-time hooter, a hard game. Just the tries there from Foster and Broadbent. The
commentary team of Terry Flanagan, Joe Lydon and Ray French.
And a typical derby match as Warrington come out, just very tight in midfield, just to try a piece. And when we had the league game earlier at Christmas, there were only 13 points in it then, 11-2 for Warrington, and Warrington leading here by 10 points to 4. Justin Harris, one of the stars of the opening 40 minutes, Jonathan Davis, the difference with the goal kicks. Widnes, Joe, with the advantage of the wind this time.
Yes, and I'm sure they'll use it with the kicks. History has shown us that these games between Widnes and Warrington are always close ones, and with it being the cup football as well, the semi-final, added pressure, and I'm sure it'll remain the same today.
Interesting match facts, Terry.
Yeah, I think we were littered first half with penalties and handling errors, and that sort of made it a little bit scrappy at times. And to be honest, it's all to play for in this second half.
Well, lady who has confidence in her side there, Widnes supporter. We'll be looking also for this kick from Carl Hammond, I would think, to finish up somewhere around about the Warrington try line. Referee Russell Smith just checking his watch, having a glance at his 2 touch judges, and the ball does end up at that try line with Sanderson bringing it away, seeking to get as near to that 20-metre area as he possibly can. Paul Cullen, good run down that left-hand side. And Barlow again. Oh, a superb pass from Barlow to Tees. Tees can't get the ball away, good clamp, but that man Barlow's having a good game, Joe.
Yes, he's led to Boston around the ruck, finds the gap and takes it well, and he always looks for support as well, managed to get the pass away, and that's good for number 9.
Warrington opening up on attack. Tees losing the ball, picked up by Hansen, number 10. And played back to his front row teammate Craig Makin, one of the players from the amateur game. Hammond. Collier. Adrian Hadley again taking advantage of some slack marking by Warrington at the ruck, Terry.
Yeah, quick play from Hadley there. He just picked up and went off like a rocket. Good play.
David Hume launching Singleton, but not too far, just over that 20-metre line. Hammond, not the best of kicks. He has the height, but hardly the direction. But it's picked up well by Darren Wright, but tackled, and on the 6th tackle, the handover. Mark Foster nipping in very, very quickly whilst Widnes had relaxed. Kelly Shelford. Paul Cullen thinking better of moving the ball out. Safety first. Paul Derbyshire, the substitute. And Bruce Maguire getting through a lot of work close in here, once again looking to try to slip that pass.
Interesting, Ray, but Warrington are playing a wider game off acting half. The hooker is passing wide away from the play of the ball, giving them a chance to get away from their Widnes markers.
Broadbent. Oh, and McCurry once again. That's a powerful run by McCurry. He's got Peter Smith racing up alongside him. Oh, and an ankle tap. A magnificent ankle tap by Kelly Shelford. Brought Peter Smith down. There was a certain try for the youngster. I think the scoreboard operator was about to press that computer button. Shelford flicked his ankle. And that's why Tony Minor's looking as glum as that.
This is 6-point save. Steve McCurry, lovely break down the centre of the field, had support. Kelly Shelford times the ankle tap to perfection. That's a try saver.
It certainly was. Greg Mackey relieving the pressure and putting the pressure on Widnes with that long kick down to the corner there. Broadbent again does well, but picked up and carried over the touchline by the 2 Warrington defenders. You can do that. And good captaincy from David Hume there. When this Widnes youngster was carried over the touchline like that, there was very little he could do about it, and Hume just went to give a little pat on the head and said, "Don't worry, son." That's good captaincy. But it's Warrington on the attack. The short pass to Roper. Warrington looking for points now. Out on this side, Old Davis loses control of the ball. Picked up by Foster. And Warrington forced back there, lost 10 metres. Good tackling stint by Widnes. They were down to 10 men at one stage, would you believe it, in the third round against Bradford Northern, and still held that line. But still Warrington on the attack. Kelly Shelford using the dummy, trying to force his way through. Barlow looking to Davis for a drop goal, and it's there. Jonathan Davis, perfectly positioned for that drop goal, obviously worked on in training in midweek. Only 1 point, but it eases Warrington further away. 11-4 now.
Maestro Davis comes to the rescue again here with a super drop goal from straight in front of the posts. But what facilitated that were those defensive tackles, the ankle tap from Shelford and the push into touch, Joe.
Yeah, superb defence from Warrington. Saved the try and then managed to keep Widnes pinned down in their own 20 metres, and that resulted in Jonathan Davis, as you said, dropping the goal.
Harry Sanderson. And a good run by Paul Derbyshire, was once a centre. Maguire, never a centre, but always a very good strong prop forward come second row. Bruce Maguire. And Barlow revelling in the close quarter play. Back to Mackey. Again puts a high kick on the youngster, but again the Widnes youngster takes the ball perfectly. Joe, you played many games at full-back. That was good take, wasn't it?
Yeah, as I said, he's full of confidence and knows exactly what he's doing. He keeps his eye on the ball, jumps to make sure that nobody gets above him in the catch, turns his body, does everything right. It's important now in this second half, with Warrington dropping that goal, that Widnes don't lose a little bit of direction, Ray. They have to keep the mind focused, think about what Tony Marrow, the coach, said at half-time, stick to the game plan and just work steadily downfield and try and get some points.
And David Ruane, I've not seen a lot of him this afternoon. Lee Hansen. Good pass out to Hadley. He's got Darren Wright with him. Good play by Hadley. Can he get the ball away? He does, to Collier. Collier to Carl Hammond. Carl Hammond on this side. Still going. Good defence. Greg Mackey, the Warrington skipper, got back there, saved the situation, but it's Widnes now on the attack. David Hume puts that kick in for Peter Smith. Further kick from Smith. Little roll, touching goal. A good play there from Widnes. Swept it to the left, then swept it back to the right. And Warrington under pressure.
Yes, Warrington were on the attack previously to this incident, but they held out firm, and Widnes will take great heart in this scurry of attack.
I noticed, Ray, in the early part of this second half that with the wind being so strong, Jonathan Davis is dropping quite deep, waiting for the long kick. That's resulting in Greg Mackey covering the short kick, and there are gaps in the Warrington line.
And it's the Warrington substitute, number 14, Andy Bennett, just getting ready. So it looks as if the wires. Clive Griffiths, the assistant coach there, listening in to the walkie-talkie from Ryan Johnson. And Jonathan Davis trying to send Hadley back. But he's looked very impressive this afternoon as Adrian Hadley. He's been safe with those kicks to the corners. And like this man here, Peter Smith, has been powerful on attack. Craig Makin. Back to Steve McCurry. Oh, and a good break by David Hume. But again, Greg Makin Mackey, the skipper, getting across there, but it's Widnes now, raising up a gear. Carl Hammond, he's got support with Collier outside, and Collier beats his man. Back to O'Neill. This is superb rugby now from Widnes. Suddenly, testing Warrington. Ruane, back to David Hume again. Can't get it away. He does do. Gets it back again to Ruane. And it's Warrington forced to defend desperately now. Widnes looking to close that gap on the 5th tackle. McCurry with the ball going dead. 1 or 2 of the crowd, and McCurry appealing for obstruction. But the players don't have to move out of the way. I don't myself think that McCurry was actually impeded.
That's the key factor. You don't have to move out of the way on defence. McCurry pushed the kick through. I think he looked for the penalty. The referee checked both touch judges. Said it was perfectly legal.
Sanderson. So plenty of excitement, plenty of good running, but just a try apiece at the moment. 50 minutes gone. Terry, will we see some more tries, do you think?
I think so, Ray. The defences are still on top at the moment, but they're getting stretched, and I would expect some points in the next 10 minutes or so.
And Gary Tees coming off, done a good hard-working job up front, and Andy Bennett, utility player, coming on. Former Woolston Amateurs lad. And Warrington taking some time to realign that pack. Sanderson and Maguire going up to the front row. Significantly, it looks to be Widnes opening the game out wider.
Yeah, well, certainly they've started this second half in fine form and are moving the ball about, and with the wind behind them, they're running hard and straight and causing some problems for the Warrington defence.
None more so than skipper number 7, David Hume.
The further change in the Warrington lineup due to that substitution. Gary Tees, by the way, has left the field because really he's now feeling more and more the injury he sustained very early in this game, and Gary Sanderson will go into the front row.
Well, the kick picked up by Ruane, and Ruane steps off his right foot. He's got support here on that outside. Singleton manages to get the ball away to Ruane, but it's picked up on that far side by Bennett. Andy Bennett doing a good job there, spotting that ball. And Warrington are hanging in here, Joe, at the moment, aren't they?
They've had to do that to defend for a while. A couple of sets of 6 now. Widnes have thrown the ball about, found a few gaps. The ball's gone to hand, and they're causing a few problems in this Warrington defence.
Barlow. Mr. Smith not happy with the defensive alignment on Widnes's part. He said that they were offside as Barlow driving away again here, and I think it was Adrian Hadley, number 5 there, who's been penalised. Offside, coming in too early. Jonathan Davis just gaining some ground, and I think giving you an indication of just how strong that crosswind is. Maguire. Well held by Hansen and O'Neill. Mackey switching once again to Harris and Shelford. Kelly Shelford. Again, they keep that ball going. Mackey going himself. Oh, he did well there, the little man. A source of trouble. Warrington switching in now. Back to Shelford. Shelford, he's got Paul Cullen with him. And Widnes having to defend desperately in that corner there. Was that a drop? I think it was. And Widnes breathe again, Terry.
Yes, Warrington were trying all sorts of switches. Bennett just tries a pick up here from acting half, but lost the ball. Widnes will be relieved to hold out on that occasion.
Carl Hammond playing that ball to himself. Tall, long striding half-back, wants the centre. And Ruane, another tall, long striding centre. Not more taller than this lad, 6'4", Darren Wright, but it's Widnes. Pressing down the middle. Well-intended pass from McCurry. Back to David Hume. Widnes keeping this ball moving at all costs now. Good passing out of the tackle. Ruane looking for support. Well, no forward running off there, but here's one man running off. Adrian Hadley having a good wing, is a good game is the Welsh wing.
Well, he's come off the left wing, he's looking on the right side, he's all over the field, to be honest, and he's looking for the gaps. He's helping his forwards, relieving the pressure.
Sensible kick there by Carl Hammond, and Adrian Hadley just having a breather.
Intelligent kick here from Widnes, just keeping the pressure down on Warrington.
Craig Makin having a problem getting into the scrum there, doesn't stop Warrington picking up the ball. And Rob Myler coming in. Paul Derbyshire. Craig Makin coming off, he's done a good job. Good support play by Cullen. And we have David Smith coming on for Craig Makin there. And it's going to be a yellow card. It's a sin bin for interference at the play of the ball. Well, the players have had sufficient warning of this in the past 5 to 6 weeks, and this sin binning now, Terry, could be a crucial part in this game.
Yes, David Hume caught out here. He's tackling the number 11 from Warrington, number 12 Cullen, and he's just caught out. And to be honest, this next 10 minutes could be very significant, because without the leader on the field, Widnes will be very hard stretched to keep Warrington out.
There's two players that they're missing, really. David Hume's now going to the sin bin with Coloto out as well. Really the two mainstays of the Widnes side.
I think what was significant there was that David Hume's colleague was actually trying to pull him off very, very quickly, wasn't he?
He was, and I think they did have a quiet word with the ref to imply that Paul Cullen was in fact holding Hume on top of him.
So it's Warrington's Jonathan Davis trying to take advantage there out wide of the numerical advantage there. 13 players to Warrington, 12 to Widnes as Barlow looks for support again, just a metre away from that Widnes line, switching it back to the left. Davis, little grubber kick, picked up again by Warrington, but not another 6 tackles. The Widnes player didn't really make any attempt to play that ball. You must do if Warrington are to receive another 6 tackles. Well, clever play by Mackey, picked up by Cullen, hovering over that line. A chapter of mistakes there, Joe.
Well, it was hard to keep your eye on who had the ball and who was kicking and who was trying to catch. Widnes come up with the ball. Again, it's the young Broadbent who receives the ball and just runs it out, settles things down.
Some fierce tackles going in here. We mentioned that Widnes are a man down, but of course let's not forget the courage and the spirit that they showed in the quarter-final against Bradford Northern. They were actually at one stage 3 men down, with 1 man sent off and 2 in the sin bin. And David Smith having his first run, the substitute. Widnes with all the possession, really, Teddy, but still losing. 11-4.
Yes, we know the main statistic, the points, but the territory there, Warrington still make those incisive runs, which is giving them the advantage.
Rob Myler slipping, taking a knock into the back. Greg Mackey trying to open up play here with Shelford. Yestin Harris, he's got Barlow. Oh, a beautiful reverse pass from that hooker there. Skillful, and again, back to Mark Foster. Foster pushing it out wide. And it's Warrington's turn now, trying to make Widnes pay. Maguire going for that line. Kelly Shelford again, linking up. Davies comes in, puts that pass out. Harris going, oh, he's just... He 14 inches short. Still Warrington. Foster. He's going for himself. Try. Mark Foster. Spotted the gap. He went for it. Harris had done the good job in taking the ball right to that line. A chink of light. And the wingman went in for his try.
Great play from Warrington. Davies possibly could have put the ball inside, but Harris goes close. Step, inside, outside, and only 18 inches away. But Foster, he had determination, and his mindset was clear what he was going to do with this one. He was picking up and driving hard and low with that power of his, and there he goes. Great try.
This comes down to the numbers, 13 men against 12 men. Widnes was stretched. Warrington had thrown the ball over the field, took it to the left, then brought it back right. There had to be a gap somewhere, and Mark Foster finds one, crashes over the line.
And the kick from Jonathan Davies. Just 10 metres in. 100% record to date. Oh, and he lofts it high. The cheers go up behind the post, but it's to little avail. So that 100% record gone, but Warrington easing out further, 15 points to 4. And those Warrington fans sensing a Regal Trophy appearance in the final at Huddersfield. But Foster shows good courage, good commitment to get in there. Well, Cullen. And Foster taking a knock, just possibly a little blurred vision. He'll not want to come off. He'll be looking for a hat-trick.
Yeah, Widnes will have it all to do now, Ray. 15-4 down with 20 minutes to go. It's a tough task for them.
Warrington might have a tidy lead, but they've got some problems. Andy Bennett and Jonathan Roper are both carrying injuries. Interestingly, on the bench, Francis Maloney was asked if he could possibly go back on, but he shook his head rather gloomily, so Clive Griffiths is obviously thinking this might not be all over yet.
And plenty of activity on that bench, but plenty of activity here as Peter Smith, unfortunately, knocks on that kick from Davies.
Yeah, bad place to make a mistake. Davies drills the ball low in towards Smith. Looked like he had the ball, but he just fumbled it on the floor in the scrum, and once again Warrington put all the pressure on Widnes.
Mackey. Oh, good run by the little Aussie. 3 or 4 times he spotted the gaps in midfield there. Kelly Shelford going for the line. And Warrington beginning to get on top now. Widnes with 12 men struggling here in defence. It's been a brave effort. Oh, it's Warrington going in. Davies to pass to Yestin Harris. And Harris, the Welshman, is in for a try at the corner. 2 tries at the corner there. A formality for the teenager. But what a good game he's had. 19-14 now for Warrington. His 10th of the season.
Another try showing exactly how costly this sin bin of David Hume is. The ball comes out to Warrington's favourite side, the right-hand side. Mackey, the missed pass. Davies looks like he could have gone into himself here for the try. Uses his wingman, sorry, his centre partner cleverly, and Harris goes over for the try.
Good play from Warrington. Crisp handling in the middle. Illusion to short pass and then out to the long one. And this man Davies draws in Hadley to put the young Harris in for a great score there.
As Joe Lydon said, Yestin Harris taking advantage of that spell in the sin bin from David Hume, and with just another 2 minutes remaining, Warrington will want Jonathan Davies to take this kick quite quickly. They'll be looking for more points. Just 2 minutes remaining for Hume in the sin bin. And Davis takes the kick, but once again, unsuccessful. Very difficult win to contend with here for goal kickers, but Warrington 19-4 in the lead, and Widnes now with plenty to do.
Switch back to the right. The missed move here, all important. Short ball. Davis looks like it's walking day. He draws in the wingman and puts Harris over.
Shelford.
It was interesting, Ray, how Warrington alluded to passing the ball short at near the 25, near the try line, and that brought the Widnes defence in, creating the space out wide.
And there are going to be gaps out there with David Hume being off. Obviously, there's tired legs as well. People are scrambling to trying to get there in defence, and there's going to be gaps, and that's exactly what Warrington have found and exploited them with 2 tries while David Hume's been in the sin bin.
And the 2 coaches, Brian Johnson, I think, possibly already beginning to look forward to a Regal Trophy final. Broadbents, but still plenty of time. 15 minutes remaining. 15 points the difference. Can Widnes pull something out of the bag here on that 20-metre line? Carl Hammond looks to Hansen to drive in, but Lee Hansen not really running from depth. This man's had a good game. Steve McCurry puts it across the face there to Singleton. Singleton driving to the line. Well, if they put him down, that surely, well, that was almost a spear tackle. They could have been very, very severely admonished for that. Carl Hammond. The chip overhead, picked up by Warrington. Widnes players a little incensed at that.
Yes, the Warrington defence holding firm, and whilst they were happy to drive Singleton back, I didn't think there was any malice in going down on his head. I just felt that it was a good drive back.
You might not think there's any malice, Terry, but I'm sure the Widnes lad would.
No, I'm sure Singleton didn't think that.
Yeah, but of course, spear tackles could be really very, very dangerous tackles and outlawed. David Hume back from the sin bin, I think, with plenty to prove, but plenty of points to make up. Greg Mackey taking a knock. Little resilient character is this Warrington skipper, always bobbing around in defence at the back.
Yeah, it was quite high, the tackle. That's resulted in Greg Mackey's injury and a penalty as well.
Warrington still using these forwards very close to the rooks, driving in, bringing Widnes into the middle.
I think you see the switch play now. They're going to bring it back towards the left-hand side.
Well, we can see you studied 1 or 2 videos for Wigan there on that switch from Warrington.
Well, these are quite a lot. They do it very, very successfully as well. They take the play one side and then throw it back and try to catch the defence out, lacking. Maybe a little bit of sleep on the blind side.
Harris been a source of trouble down that right flank all afternoon. And the 5th tackle, Jonathan Davis again launching a very, very high one. Oh, that is a real tester for the youngster, but again he's caught that ball superbly. No lack of confidence from that high kick from Davis. And Peter Smith wanting a slice of the action, wanting to get in there. Very lively, very fiery winger. Mike O'Neill. Widnes desperate to haul themselves back in this game, using the forwards. McCurry to Hume. Collier. David Hume again scurrying about there in midfield, trying to get Widnes on the move. Kick just rolling into touching goal there, but well intended. Gary Tees back on the field for number 10, Maguire.
Intelligent kick here from Widnes, trying to pin the Warrington side deep in their own territory, but just as the game's slipping away from them, so that ball just went dead to give Warrington the ball. The game is just slipping away at this stage from Widnes.
Just under 10.5 minutes remaining for Widnes to catch up. Warrington still putting the pressure in the middle. They've used this very, very well on that short pass. Bennett out to Rob Myler. Rob Myler making a break inside. His first team match since August when he fractured his cheekbone. Mackey. Referee Mr. Smith shouting for the Widnes players to get away. And that switch again. What a forward pass. Warrington, Gary Sanderson just overrunning the ball.
Yeah, the switch we talked about, and then the straight runner back up the inside of the ruck area, but that ball was a little bit forward. This is the time now when Widnes have to make a mark now. They've only got 10 minutes now to try and get back into this game, get a few points on the board and just shorten that Warrington lead.
Hume, McCurry, Collier, at least to Widnes's credit, the arm trying to move this ball on. Well, no, that was no knock on. Barlow, the Warrington hooker, appealing to the touch judge, but it's Widnes swinging this ball from wing to wing now. But this Warrington defence still assured. Ruane.
Little bit one-man rugby style at the moment, Ray. Acting half-backs, taking it on in the individual fashion.
Carl Hammond looking for a way through. Doesn't find it, but gets a good pass out there to David Hume. Peter Smith now with some space on the outside. Beats his man, but doesn't beat Roper. And Kelly Shelford, the Kiwi, the man of the match. We highlighted him very early on. Oh, good run. But again, another ankle chap, but still Forster's got that ball away. And it's that man, Barlow again, this hooker. He's had a good game, this man from Waikato, hasn't he?
He'd have been my man of the match, Ray. He's done a lot of graft up that middle of the field, and he's still running strong this late in the game.
Well flicked on by Davis there to Harris. Can't get the ball away, can't get himself away, and he's in touch. And a stoppage in play. Tony Myler, I think, has spotted something.
Yeah, fingertip passing here from Warrington. Harris trying not to go on the outside, searching for some more points, but good cover, taken well into touch.
And we thought Tony Myler had spotted something. Certainly Mr. Duckworth, the touch judge, did. But I'm afraid I think it's going to be against a Widnes player. I think it's going to be against David Ruane. Using his knees on an opponent. Looks all innocent, doesn't he? Says who? Me, sir? What, me, sir? Never. Nevertheless, it's a penalty attempt from Davis. Not really relevant, the 2 points at this stage, but it does take up 50, 60 seconds. They tick away there, and they take Warrington nearer to the trophy final.
Jonathan Davis taking all the time in the world with this kick. He knows, even if he should miss it, which I don't think he will, the ball goes dead. So it's going to be very, very difficult for Widnes to come back.
He's been significant as Davis. He's been almost bang on with his kicking, Joe, today.
Yeah, I thought he had a quiet first half, but the second half has come more and more into the game, and as you say, his kicking's been very, very good.
And 2 points from the trusty boot of Jonathan Davis. So 21-4 now for Warrington. Looking a comfortable victory in the end, but we're not over yet, and I'm sure Widnes will be looking for a consolation try.
Talking about Jonathan Davis, Joe, do you feel that he's out of the game more when he plays at full-back?
Well, I like to see him in the centre, unless we're going to play against them. then I like to see him out of the way altogether. But he does tend to be involved in the game more when he's playing in the centre position. Full-back obviously is very elusive if he makes a break. Somebody kicks to him in space. But the more involved he is, it's better, because obviously he's a great player, very elusive player, has all the talents, and for a spectator's point of view, it's nice to see him involved more.
Davis is keen as ever to add a few more points and get more into the play, I think. Obviously now, I think, well over that injury that kept him out of the second and third Ashes tests against Australia.
A good drive here from Derbyshire, but the frustration showing here in the Widnes side. Hansen just brings down, good powerful drive, but Hansen tries a little bit one upstairs on the top, but he goes in just to finish him off with a little bit of a short arm. Frustration there.
I think that was a lot of a short arm.
Warrington still on the attack, piling the pressure on Widnes now. Legs beginning to tire as Barlow pushes that ball out to Sanderson. Good, solid, hard-working game from Paul Cullen. Barlow again was almost on the point of leaving Warrington, was looking for a contract, and then a couple of good games got him in the chairman's good books.
I think Warrington going through the motions here now. They probably set themselves for another drop goal off Davis.
There is Jonathan Davis, and there is the drop goal. Well read, Joe, and well read by Jonathan Davis. His second of the match, and good support from those Warrington youngsters, and a good crowd here of Warrington supporters, no doubt delighted with that result so far. 22 points to 4 now for the visitors.
Greg Mackey organising things in the middle, pointed his forwards to drive towards the sticks, and then the ball laid back for Jonathan Davis, and he can do that all day.
Mark Forster. Four drop goals this year, and many more in his career. Just 3 minutes remaining here at Norton Park. Sanderson. Still these Warrington forwards coming forward. Barlow, Shelford, they have been the man. There is Barlow driving them in. Gary Tees had a 10-15 minute rest on the bench. Back in the fray. Back to Davis again, picking his spot, taking his time. Long kick, and the bounce beats the fullback.
Yeah, I think we're definitely looking at Warrington in the final, Ray. They'll resurrect their season. They've been a little bit on and off in the league, but now this will give them some impetus, and who knows, they may have a good cup run later on as well.
Well, Joe, we've got Wigan and Castleford tomorrow. What about the team? There's been plenty of speculation about Bayinga Twingamala and Sean Edwards. How are they?
I think you'll see tomorrow a good game, regardless of who turns out for both sides. It's obviously a repeat of last year's final. It's going to be very, very close, and I'm sure it'll be a great game to watch on television.
Well, it should certainly be a good game. We're on air and BBC 2 at 12:45. Kick-off around 10 to 1. And I'm sure Central Park will be packed to the rafters there for that Wigan v Castleford match. Castleford, as we saw here on Grandstand, the destroyers of Leeds. Mackey. Bennett. Warrington looking for yet another try. Oh, and that's a difficult kick for Hadley. He does well with that, does Adrian Hadley. Bounced well, but he's got some height. He's well over 6 foot, is the Welshman. He did well to get up there.
Yeah, good kick here from Mackie, spotting the oceans of space out there on Hadley's wing. He's come in on the sliding defence, and he's trying to get force for his hat-trick just behind him.
Yeah, well-positioned kick. Just bounces on the try line, and Hadley has to reach back and knock it into touch, or else it would have been 3 tries for Mark Forster.
Warrington moving out wide. Rob Myler cutting inside. Oh, and has he got that try? I think he has. So Rob Myler makes a welcome return to action in the Warrington colours. And he's totally unperturbed. In the Warrington colours, he's been out with that eye socket problem, the fractured cheekbone, but he roared back with a try there in the dying seconds.
I was a little concerned there that Rob Myler had done the same again. The ball gets thrown out, 2 very, very long passes. The looping pass over the top from Davis. Rob Myler goes towards the touchline. It looks like he's covered by the Widnes defence, but his strength comes inside and crashes over. Great try, just to finish the game off and certainly seal Widnes' fate.
Yeah, the midfield maestros spread the ball out wide here. Very looping pass there, and to be honest, it's all on here for him to score. But he shows he's got his confidence back. He's determined. Step off the left, shrug off a high one, and drive low and hard for the try. Well done, Rob Myler.
Certainly well done, Rob Myler. That really did take some scoring. He had to beat 3 in the corner there, and he did do. So Davis from the touchlines, a difficult one with the wind sweeping across towards him, and the wind taking that ball away. So Widnes 4, Warrington 26, convincing victory there. Just into injury time, and I think here we see, as Joe and Terry said, it really takes some courage and determination here. Steps off that left foot, he's got to get in there, and he does. And a lot of courage when you've come back from a very, very nasty injury, Terry.
Yes, it's always difficult when you've had an injury of that nature, and you know, credit to the lad, he's shown determination this afternoon, and he'll do his confidence a great part of good.
All credit to Widnes, still battling away in midfield there. Hansen and Collier. Sanderson. And Warrington beginning to put their game together now in this Regal Trophy tournament. Had 1 or 2 hiccups in the championship trail.
I don't know about you, Ray, but I'm going to start asking Terry Flanagan here for some tips on the horses as well. We've had 2 games now, he's picked 2 winners.
And here's another chance, and it's a try there for Harris. Yestin Harris picking up a mistake. The kick and chase, the mistake in defence, but the Welshman was on hand there to pick up his 11th try of the season. Warrington really running riot here in these closing minutes.
Yeah, man of the match, Shelford, links well, takes it on, attacking the defence, and a super chip, looking for Davis. He goes into the traffic there and causes all sorts of havoc, and Yestin Harris is poaching round the back, bit of a grubber kick, bend his back, pick up, good try.
Yeah, the chip, it was for Davis. There's a planned move, Davis was chasing onto it, doesn't quite get there, managed to get his foot in. Harris kicks through and picks up and scores. It could have been Mark Foster's try, it could have been Jonathan Davis's try, but it's Yestin Harris who goes over for 4 points.
And Jonathan Davis again striking the ball, but across the face of the post. I don't think Davis will thank Harris for scoring too far out wide there. But nevertheless, it's the full-time whistle, It's Warrington through to the 7th Regal Trophy final. That narrow squeak at Keighley well behind them. And I'm sure coach Brian Johnson can take a close look at Central Park tomorrow for that Wigan and Castleford clash.